Welcome to the Finish Your Story podcast, where we guide writers to become better creators with healthy writing habits. Episode 7 Write Smaller Stories Through Short Fiction. I've mentioned writing short stories, flash fiction, and novellas a lot. It is one of my favorite formats to write. There's a great reason for that. When it comes to writing, it can be daunting to take on a big book, and going on to publish it can be even scarier. Having to write tens of thousands of words or even hundreds of thousands of words takes months or years just to get that first draft done, especially when you are not used to being a writer. When you're just starting out, it's really difficult. Throughout the process, you might get distracted by other pursuits, switch to a new story, or give up altogether. These are all easy things to get caught up in. It's part of being a creative person and learning the skill of productive creativity. In my opinion and experience, the process of writing a book is too much for any new writer to take on. So, where do you start? The answer is short fiction. Short stories are faster, have enough room to explore your ideas, and allow you to know if you can even get enough of your thoughts out to make a full-length story. Short fiction gives you the opportunity to experiment with your writing, voice, and prose. It's a narrative tool in which you can build your skills in a much less stressful environment. Of course, the ideas of your dream novel in your hand is really fun to think about. The issue is, though, that it is a dream. You need to start small and build up your skills and confidence so you can make that dream into a reality. Why start small? Well, short stories take up much less commitment because they're anywhere between 1,000 to 10,000 words. If you're curious about all of the small details, check out our website where we have a blog post about short stories and other short fiction. Anything more is getting into novelette and novella territory. Novelettes and novellas are great directions as well, but I think you should still start smaller. Writing a short story takes up far less time. Let's say you write for 10 minutes a day and get 200 words done. In 5 days, you will have 1,000 words and a decent amount of a story ready to be shared. Not only can starting small allow you to practice writing, but you can also practice brainstorming, outlining, and plotting a story. It may seem silly to outline such a short story, but think of this all as practice for the larger creative works you will be doing. If you start small, you can finish more projects, practice your writing, and get into the productive habits you'll need to learn to be a better and more successful writer. It is similar to weightlifting. You need to start with warming up and smaller weights before you can hit the bigger stuff. Early successes. When you start a new hobby or skill, you won't be very good. It can be discouraging when you fail a lot. When you keep failing over and over again, you might give up altogether or only do it every so often when you feel inspired. You need to remember that failure is a part of the process. It is how we learn what we can do better. If we are always succeeding, we won't learn much. You also learn how to work on your projects. What parts do you need to be better at? What parts allow you to feel talented? When you brainstorm, plot, outline, and write short stories, you build up these skills. As you practice, you'll start getting better and eventually finish your first story. This builds your confidence because you are able to find success early on in various projects. Sharing with others and building confidence. By following this advice, you'll not only gain insight into how you work, but also the parts you enjoy and what will allow you to improve as a writer. When you complete a project and share it with a writing group or publish it somewhere, you'll be able to feel the joy of sharing something you've created. It gets even better when you hear what people like about it. You will also learn how to take feedback and start building a thicker skin against any negative criticism. After you've gone through the process and feel comfortable, share your story with as many people as possible. Gaining that feedback on something you've created is so important to growing as a writer. It is super scary because you've put your heart and soul into this thing. This short story is a piece of you. It's something that you have made. That's why I think you should share it. Allow others not to only enjoy what you've written, but feel the satisfaction of seeing others enjoy something that you've created. Today, our official product promotion are 3 different things. Check out Finish Your Story, which is a guide to completing your book. It helps you build those healthy writing habits, and this whole podcast is essentially based on that book. Next, check out our website, narrativeinkbooks.com, which has short stories, information, guides, and lots of really cool blog posts. And pre-order Arcane Inkblots. The Kickstarter was successful, and the things are moving a lot faster than expected, and we should have the first and final edition done later this year for you to pick up. Creator Spotlight. Today's spotlight is author Karra Iverson. She recently published her first short story. Karra has been working on her writing for the past year, doing her best to build her skills as a writer and also her confidence to a point where she feels great about sharing her story. She's currently writing fairy tales based on classic characters, but with her own twist. Check out What They Don't Tell You in Fairy Tales, linked below. FAQ. Today's question is, what's the difference between flash fiction short stories and novellas? Well, the biggest difference is length. We've recently made a whole series going over all of these pieces of short fiction. The biggest difference is that word count. Flash fiction is usually 100 to 1,000 words. Short stories are usually 1,000 to 10,000 words. And novellas are usually 10,000 to 20,000 words. The length varies depending on who you ask, but that's the general idea. Generally speaking, all these forms of storytelling focus on one or two characters in one setting and a very focused story. It is all short fiction that you can practice and make awesome stories with. So good luck and go write some short fiction. Today's writing tip is write a short story and publish it. Edit it the best way possible and publish it somewhere online. You could do it on Amazon, Google Books, Apple Books, or anywhere else. Heck, if you want to publish it somewhere where you are already listening to these things, contact us to publish it on our website. The reason behind this is it will give you those skills to learn how to finish a story and publish it. It takes a lot of work, and publishing something has a lot more steps than you would think. Formatting, outlining, cover, all these things take a lot of effort that you will need to learn. But if you do it with a short story, you will be able to learn those skills and continue on to where you can do it in the future. Today's writing prompt is, write a story that is exactly 100 words long about a bird. This can be any kind of bird you like, fiction or nonfiction. The interesting part is getting the exact word count down. See if you get a satisfying story from that limit. Thank you so much for watching. Like this video, comment what you liked about it, subscribe for more, and check out our other videos and websites for more information. Thank you so much. Have a great day.